Well, the Parents' Bill of Rights Act, sponsored by House Republicans, is set to be passed by the House and sent to the Senate in tomorrow's session. Here are the main points of the bill. Right to know what's being taught in schools, right to be heard, right to see school budget and spending, right to protect their children's privacy, right to be updated on any violent activity at school.
Here to discuss the bill is one of the people who introduced it to the House, representative from Wisconsin and member of the House Judiciary Committee, Scott Fitzgerald. Congressman, tell us about why you feel this is important.
Well, this is something that originated in the last Congress. As a member of the Judiciary Committee, as you mentioned, one of the things that Chairman Jim Jordan and a lot of the members suddenly were made aware of was that Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, certainly was part of a conversation that happened between the National Teachers Union, the White House, and then ultimately the AG's office. And they laid out the premise to not only brand parents as terrorists, but to begin a process to try and, I would say, intimidate or interrogate, eventually, the situations that existed. So along with that, there were a number of individual pieces of legislation. One that I had authored, which was a CRT transparency bill, that ultimately, after talking to leadership, and Julia Letlow, a member of Congress from Louisiana, decided to pull some of these bills together and put together the Parents' Bill of Rights. And that's what was rolled out this week in the 118th Congress.
Congressman, it seems strange to me that we would actually have to introduce a Parents' Bill of Rights in the United States, and nothing on that list is complicated. It just seems like simply what a parent should be able to do and should be aware of. What is going on in this country that has made something like that necessary?
Well, it's something that's been driven by, I think, kind of the back and forth that's happened at a lot of these school board meetings when parents find out that things like critical race theory is being taught in the classroom and yet is not part of what has been published as the full curriculum. And I had conversations with administrators in my own congressional district asking them if they in fact made public the curriculum, which I think all of us expected would be a document that would be certainly readily available to anybody that wanted to just peruse it or take a look at it. And yet that wasn't happening. And I had administrators actually admit to me that they thought it was too costly or it would be something that would be a burden on the district itself to make that available. They all offered to sit down with parents and have that discussion, but that's one of the pillars, I guess you could say, of the Parents' Bill of Rights is this transparency. I think ultimately, if anyone that is involved in education would simply make some of this material available, it may actually result in less people being upset and scrutinizing some of the school boards that the way they have, because they're just outraged that you can't have an open discussion about some of these topics.
Yeah, well, Congressman Scott Fitzgerald, thank you for joining us. And it does seem that so many things do come down to transparency. We appreciate you. Thank you.